They laughed. Not out loud, not at first. It was soft, like wind rustling through forgotten leaves. Then came the sharper smirks, the side-eye whispers, and the echo of mockery. In the military base visitors center, she sat alone. Her jacket? Faded. Worn. Hanging like memory itself. To most, she was invisible. But to one man, a legend in uniform, that jacket meant everything. The laughter started like a whisper, floating through the crowded visitor center of Fort Breenry's military base. Just another Saturday morning, just another old woman sitting quietly, hands folded, jacket worn and colorless. Recruits barely noticed her, except to mock. Looks like she fished that out of a dumpster, one snickered. The jacket was old. Frayed seams, a missing button, colors long faded into something that didn't match the sharp blues and greens around her. The patch on her sleeve, half torn, almost forgotten, held a falcon mid-dive, lightning in its claws, and 3 cryptic letters, OSR. She didn't flinch. She never did. Her name was Elise Rowan. Nearly 70. Lived alone. Spoke to no one. Each Saturday she took the 9:45 a.m. bus and waited. She never said why. Never asked for anything. Just waited. And on this Saturday, as laughter flickered through the air, something shifted. Across the room, a general stopped. His steps froze. His eyes narrowed onto that patch, that barely visible, battle-worn emblem. His breath hitched. "Where did you get that?" His voice cut through the noise like a blade. The recruit blinked. "Sir?" "That patch," the general said again, this time softer. Not angry. Reverent. The room went still. Elise lifted her gaze. Her eyes met his. "You were OSR?" A single nod. Silence deepened. The general stepped back, straightened. "Everyone out." "But sir." "Out. Now." The recruits scattered. He approached like a man facing a ghost. "We thought the OSR unit was lost. 1979, we were told you never made it out." Her voice was barely above a whisper. "We weren't lost. We were buried." And then for the first time in decades she spoke. She told him how she'd crossed into enemy territory alone. No backup. No extraction plan. She delivered the coordinates that ended a siege. She was captured, tortured, traded after 14 months, and erased from every record for national security. All that remained? The jacket. She told him of the mission. Operation Silent Raptor. A unit so covert even the military denied its existence. A team assembled not by rank but by silence, operatives known only to each other. Elise had been their eyes, ears, and voice in the dark. She remembered the night she was dropped behind enemy lines. No flashlight. No map. Just memorized coordinates, an encoded chip sewn inside the collar of her jacket, and a vow to never be seen unless the mission failed. She didn't fail. But she didn't return either, not by choice. Caught during extraction. Tortured for months. Moved from one camp to another. But she never broke. When she was finally traded in a secret deal, her existence was deemed too sensitive. She returned home to silence, to anonymity, to being a ghost. She stopped talking about it. Eventually, she stopped trying altogether. The world moved on. The war ended. Records vanished. Names were forgotten. But she remembered every name, every face, every moment, and every Saturday she came back. Because memory deserved space. The general sat beside her, not as a commander, but as a fellow soldier before a monument. "Why didn't you come forward?" he asked. "I did," she said. "No one listened. So I stopped trying." He rose, saluted, not out of rank, out of debt. "You were a ghost in our files," he whispered. "But you're a giant in our history." The following Saturday, Elise returned. There was no laughter. Instead, waiting at the door was a line of recruits in full uniform. At the center stood the same boy, Denton, the one who had mocked her. In his hands, a folded flag, a bouquet, and trembling fingers. "We didn't know," he said. "We're sorry." Behind them, a photograph of a young Elise had been framed and mounted. Elise Rowan / Operation Silent Raptor / service without recognition. Valor beyond record. She looked at it, then back at the recruits. Her smile was quiet, but it was real. They offered her a chair, and this time no one questioned her presence. They listened as she shared more, a little each week. Not much, just enough. She told them about the fire in a comrade's eyes before the end, about the whispered code words passed between shadows, about the soldier who didn't make it, but whose memory she kept alive. Over time, Elise became something unexpected. A mentor, a presence, a living archive. And for the first time in decades, she belonged somewhere again. Some heroes wear medals. Others wear silence. Some carry their story in books. Others carry them in stitches and scars. She carried hers in a patch the world forgot, until one man remembered. If her story moved you, don't let it end here. Share it. Tell someone. Let the silent giants be seen. Subscribe if you believe in honor, humility, and quiet courage.